First of all, did you know that anybody can run? Whether you're fast or slow, big and ugly, cute and slim, you can do it.
You can do it!
So if you haven't ran before, if you want to become a runner, this is the video for you. First things first, I'm A. Nicole. I run, I lift, I talk, I yap, and I give y'all all the tea about how to run and how to get into that space. So let's get into it. You need to find a community run club. Find a couple of them if you will. I like having plethora.
Oh, hello. This little beautiful girl right here forgot to tell y'all how to find the run club. If you use Instagram or TikTok and type in your city and run club, a lot of different run clubs will pop up. Now back to your regular scheduled program.
I don't care if you are an introvert. I don't care if you don't talk to people, you like to stay in your house and do things by yourself. I don't give a who hash.
You're gonna join this community run club.
Because all of the things I'm about to tell you is aligned with the community run club, okay? And they help you at the end of the day. And I know it's intimidating, especially if you're not a people person. I get it, I get annoyed sometimes too. But at the same time, once y'all kind of hear the list that we have, I'm telling you, it makes the running experience 110,000% better. Next, you are going to sign up for a race. Now, if you are a part of a community run club, the community run club that you are with typically has a run calendar. So they'll have a race in the spring, they'll have one in the summer, they have one in the fall. They always have little things. I suggest starting with a 5K. At least that's what I did. I mean, if you think that you're big and bad to start with a 10K or a half, sure. But me personally, I couldn't run longer than 2 minutes. Maybe not even that, to be honest. So I wanted to start with 5K. That was very scary for me. What I did was, so my run club at the time, they were all training for a half marathon. And so I looked up on that website and I noticed that they had a 5K on the same exact day. So maybe if they're not posting and saying that they have a 5K to train for, just look for whatever race they're training for and then look for a 5K. The reason why it's cool to go with your community run club is because you're gonna have people there supporting you along the way, cheering for you, etc., etc. And that does help a lot at the end of the day, especially when it comes to running. My eyelash is coming off. What is happening? If you can't find a community run club race that you're doing together, then find a race that is local to your community. So what I mean is, you don't want to go to Pennsylvania and you live in Nebraska. Is that in the same place? You don't want to go outside your town because again, you want to be around a city where people can come and cheer you on, etc., etc. And it's just funner that way. And you know the terrain, okay? So you're going to be training at home. It needs to be a home-based race. Now, why are you signing up for a race that you haven't even ran? You may ask. Because at the end of the day, when you put your money where your mouth is, you have no choice but to keep running, okay? You have a goal, you have a place to run to, you have stuff to do, basically. You have no choice but to continue to run and to train for this because you already signed up. So don't think about it, just buy the ticket. Now, I would suggest buying a ticket 4 to 6 months after you started running. Like if I'm gonna start running tomorrow, I would probably do a 6 months out race or like a month or a couple months, like 4 months, 4 to 6 months. That way you give yourself time, especially since you're a newer runner, just to kind of get your body acclimated and that way you don't have any injuries, blah, blah, blah. Kind of start there. If you can do it quicker, go on with your bad self. I ain't got nothing to say. Okay, so sign up for that race. You're doing that today. You might as well sign up for the race today. Find the run club and sign up for the race. Thank you. Find a free training program. Now, you're gonna see all these paid programs and they are amazing, do not get me wrong. But when I first started, I don't think me paying for a program made me consistent. I think what made me consistent is being around people and having that race, but I think it gave me too much pressure in the beginning. So finding a free program, it's not as like sticky, if that makes sense. Now, if you want to pay for it, you got the coin, go ahead and buy, pay for a training program, but there are a lot of free options. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. Runna has one. I think that's an app, I believe, in the website. Strava has one, Nike app has one. And sometimes in your community run club, if I say community run club one more time, sometimes in your community run clubs, there are people that train people within that group. So either the leader of the group or they'll have people within that group that has coached people along the way or etc. These might cost though. So it's like, you kind of weigh it out. But if you can find that resource, find the resource. So now you have your training program. Now you have your community run club. Now you have your race already locked in to go. So what's next? Apparel and shoes. Again, referencing back to the community run club. The run club is just a resource of all things because you're running around like-minded individuals, people that have been here before. There's people that are new, there are people that are old, there are people that have been doing it for a couple of weeks, months, years, right? So with that, you can ask people questions. What type of shoes do you wear? What type of garment do you use or watch or whatever? Ask around, ask questions, use them as your encyclopedia if you will, because guess what? It's free. It doesn't cost any money, okay? So you don't have to have like a professional coach telling you what to get. Now, I personally will say that you won't know the shoe for you until you start running. The shoe of choice for me, I'll put them on the screen. So the Cloud Surfer Max, that's what I use for my everyday, like long runs, my medium runs, regular runs. If I'm doing a speed day, I do the Cloud Boom Strikes because they're lighter, they're more for a fast shoe, so I don't wear those all the time. Those are what I wear, but you have to find a shoe for you. Also, another thing is, the reason why I said apparel, if you are training for a spring race specifically, you're gonna be running in the winter time. And you learn this the more you run, is that you need the right apparel. You need very thick leggings. You need mittens instead of gloves. You need a beanie, but you also need a ski mask because the air, depending on where you live, it's a little cold, okay? So there's different things like that where apparel and having the resources of like other people that have ran and done this in the wintertime before have done. So yeah, just tap into that. Find like a cute shoe store because a lot of times shoe stores have way more information. Some people do not care, I'm not gonna lie, because I've been in that situation. But the Exchange Running Collective, tap into them if you're in Nashville. But if not, just look up shoe stores and they should be able to help you find a shoe for you and then just keep trying them out. So number 5, now we are ready to start training. We have our race, we have our shoes, we have our apparel, we have our community run club. And guess what? Now we're ready to train. Okay, so while you're training, once you find your free training program, typically you're gonna be running 4 to 5 days a week. Some people do more, but I just keep it 4 to 5 days. So with that being said, specifically, if you are a woman at large, okay, I would love for you to run as many group runs as you possibly can. Community run clubs offer free group runs. So for example, you might have to go to multiple run clubs. I do that. I'll go to a certain run club on Tuesdays afternoons, and then I'll go to a different run club Wednesday mornings for my speed days. Then I'll do a different run club Friday afternoon, and I'll do a different run club on Saturday afternoon. So you get what I'm saying? So they have different runs. You have like your long run groups. You have like the people that do like shorter runs, like 2 to 4 miles. And you know, you can kind of look around. There's so many run clubs out nowadays because it's trending. It shouldn't be that hard. But for your safety, run in a group. Now, if you just must, because that's what I did, run by yourself, try to keep them as short as possible and always switch up your route. I'm gonna make a separate video chatting about how to be as safe as possible, even though I know these men are unpredictable when it comes to stuff like that, and it's very sad. I'm gonna do like a safety tip video as well that I'll share on here as well, and I'll link on here once it's completed. Run in a group if you can. If you're running by yourself, change the route out every other day. You know what I'm saying? Don't do the same route every day because then people don't know your routine, okay? So that's basically how I started running. Now, as far as actually running, okay? Running in a group helps. I don't know why, especially for me, I'm very competitive. So when I'm running with people, I don't want them to think I'm a weak little hoe. So instead of me like breaking down and quitting like I normally would when I run by myself, I always push myself a little bit further and then, you know, I keep it pushing. Now, for running, if you've never ran before, a tip that helped me out a lot is to do 1 minute on, 1 minute off. If you could run for 60 seconds, keep doing that and then take a break up. Like 1 minute of running, 1 minute of walking. Then try to do 1 minute and 30 seconds of running for the next one. One minute of walking. It's always 1 minute walking. Then do 2 minutes once you can. Like once you kind of build that threshold, you have to build it over time. And a lot of the times your body is going to feel like you want to stop, but it's all mental. Like your mind is going to feel like you want to stop, but it's all mental. So if you push yourself, even when you feel tired, the next time you run, it gets a little bit easier each and every time. Okay, another tip that helps me is whenever you get super tired, most people, we try to overextend our arms and we're doing all this, like moving your arms like that. That is for when you are sprinting. I've learned that. Okay, doing all of this, you ain't doing all of that while you're running long distance. You want to be relaxed, shoulders down. Some people be swinging, that's how you know they fast. Your feet, whenever you're tired, start stutter stepping. So like, you know, normally we want to kind of step out as far as we can because we think we're collecting more ground, but we're actually exerting more energy and we're already tired. So try to stutter step when you run, and that saves so much energy, especially up the hills. Do not look up a hill. Don't keep your head down, your eyes closed if you can. I don't care. Don't keep your eyes closed, but just keep your head down and look at your feet. Do not look up a hill because I'm telling y'all that hill gets further and further every time you look at it. Okay, so stutter step, keep your eyes down on hills. Breathing. When it comes to breathing, in the military, you know how they say left, 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 right, left. Apparently it's not just a song. Apparently in quote me on this because this could be a lie, but I've been doing it and it works for me. When they breathe on the beat. Like that. Whenever you get tired, just, right? Okay, so try those out, and I'm telling y'all, it's not as hard as you think. It's more mental, and most importantly, bring some music, bring a speaker, have fun. Talk to people if you can. I really don't like talking to people because I get tired, but have fun. At the end of the day, y'all are going to love it. You're gonna love it. You are going to love it. You're gonna have the most fun, and it's gonna be the best change in your life. So tap in with me if you want any more tips. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try my best to my ability to answer all of your questions that you have. And thank you so much for just tapping in and listening. Until next time, toodaloo.